impression this feels a lot like the original tire model on fresh tires.
Yeah, it's real floaty too.
Okay, so not have to worry about that next season. The cars are just naturally floaty.
Alright, boys, I'm streaming now.
Well, that floatiness goes away, I find, after a couple laps here.
It's just like it used to be. Like the first few laps, it's like they took the tire warmers off.
Something. Next week's gonna be crazy qualifying our way into the race.
Is it gonna reset
What?
the track state?
No, I'm just gonna leave it from practice, to be honest. That way it doesn't stop people lap one. The tires, even with the higher track state, still burn like a mother. I'm not too concerned about that. I'll try and loosen the Michigan setup up some more before next weekend, because the only track I find that the cars have too much grip at is, ironically, Michigan. Everything else seems to be about normal.
You're talking about the 87 car?
Yeah.
Man, I'll tell you this, actually two things. One is that they fucked, I don't know if it's just my settings, but none of the Fords have any glass in them.
Pretty sure I see glass.
Yeah, they must have fucked up the LODs or something.
Turn the LODs off, those are still broken. Don't run the LODs at all.
Is your computer nice or a piece of shit like mine?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not horrible. I mean, it should be, it runs things fine. It's just that the fucking LEDs are broken if you run a certain type of CPU.
Well, that NASCAR is hot.
I don't know why I'm so bad at fucking Homestead, dude. It's like my worst fucking mile and a half.
That's like the McKissick comment, top of the board, man, I suck.
Yeah, it's different though.
This track does. I don't like it. You know what, dynamic track, in my opinion, it sucks, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I've really run run good here in a while. I think it's just the banking and like I want to run the bottom, but you can't.
Saturday is not the championship race for anything anymore.
Yeah.
Well, except for those.
40 people. Don't think it's gonna happen with this car.
Hey, did they mess with the car cams at all?
They had to if the far chase and the chase are
Yeah,
slightly off.
yeah, they're broken.
It's only in this track, it's not other tracks.
Okay, yeah,
It's just
because
this track.
I went third person to just see the back of my car, and I was on the front stretch. I was like, what?
There was a problem before the build, like the rotor car race here. They didn't have a car chase. I had to like
Make your own.
manually. Yeah, it was annoying as hell. I had to make it within like a minute.
I mean, it's fairly easy. Just take one of the suspension cams or the nose or the gearbox and adjust it.
I know, it's just why would they take it out? I just don't understand.
I like how all the TV cams at Wilkesboro are the same.
They are now. They fucked that up somehow. They deleted a couple cams. I don't think they know what the fuck they're doing half the time. They really, but their alpha testers are the trashiest alpha testers I've ever seen.
The only thing about that is, like, I really wonder, like, how much they're being told and how much it just is like, oh, well,
Oh, they're being told almost the law, all of it, I think.
yeah.
You would think their alpha testers would be like the aliens of iRacing.
But the problem is,
The ones
when
who know
they
how to
are
drive.
told something, the people that do report it are very small because there's only a very small portion of people that are actually good at what they're doing in there, like know how to drive a car that are in there. So most people's opinions are like step 5 or 3, and that's the truth.
Well, yeah, that's the thing. Like, I can understand, like, if you release it and somebody finds an exploit in the setup, because to me, that's just like a matter of time, you know?
Yeah.
But what I don't get is like the race control stuff, where it's like the lucky dog thing.
It's like you did not. It's kind of like the caution laps do not count fiasco 2 times in a row. It's like you legitimately took the effort to not try this.
Yeah.
You had to go to your way not to try this.
Yeah, or it's just like they added it at the last second and didn't give everybody a chance to test it. Which, even if that was the case, it's like, okay, but you guys will sit here and tell us that you didn't add this feature or that feature because you didn't feel like it was ready. And then you just throw this thing in randomly. I just don't understand that.
Yeah. Like last night we had to keep adding. Yeah, Graham, you didn't run the race last night, obviously, but with the new feature, we had to keep adding a lap of yellow because it makes it so it's a 1 lap yellow. No lucky dog would work, so we had to manually give lucky dogs.
Yeah, it's just a crap.
Dumb.
But it was a fun race.
And now they're charging for legacy content, which is
It's
also
bullshit.
fucking stupid.
That's a good
Charging
thing
for
we're
what?
not running this car anymore, I guess, because nobody's gonna go to where to buy an old Gen 6.
Wait, they're charging for this
Yeah.
car?
$3 a
just
car.
to like new members. So like you wouldn't have to. I won't have to. But the problem is that that's all your new people for a lot of these cars.
A lot of leagues are free content.
And it's like, to me, it's like, okay, you're charging $3 for something that's useless in 99% of the service.
Yeah.
And I'd be okay with them charging, like if they packaged it. Can't talk and do this, but if they packaged it up to where you could buy like the legacy content for like 10 or 15 bucks and just have like all the oval cars or something. Because then at least it's like, okay, well, if I do find something that I want to use it for, it makes sense. But to have to buy each individual car that you never know when you're going to be able to use it makes no sense. And I guarantee you, there are going to be people posting in the forums about, man, I bought this car and I don't have anywhere to use it, and it's going to be $3, and they're going to be fucking bitching about it.
Like the whole nationwide car? Who the fuck?
Right? Nobody runs that shit.
No, not even a single. We're the only league that runs this car.
Yeah, this car gets run in like random hosted sessions and here. And that's it.
And now it won't be run anywhere, really.
No. The COT, that won't get run anywhere either.
That's not even
Like, you
hosted.
always see
And now
those
the 87
unrestricted
car has
Dega
no
races
restrictor
on
plate.
Hosted.
Now the 87 car is the spot for the no restrictor plate.
Yeah.
So, and to be fair, that does race better than the COT at a plate track.
Yeah, I mean, a COT is just fast.
COT is just bad at this plate track anyway.
Yeah. Well, you can't get it to handle.
COT was fun. I wouldn't want to race it now with a single group though.
I have not tried to run it.
You can't.
Yeah.
It's a trash box. And legitimately, that was the most fun car that they had until the tire model came out.
Yeah, we had some good seasons with that.
The side-by-side racing was excellent. It was just slightly above, like, people's interest for, though, like, you know what I mean? Like, it was just, like, that little bit too much on edge, even for the league overall. So the Gen 6 ended up being a much better fit, in all honesty, than the COT did.
I think it was hard to get people to even be interested in the COT.
And at least the old Gen 6 is like, hey, this sealed downforce package I used to like, right?
Yeah.
But the COT, it was hard to get interest, period. Oop. 87 car has been hard to get interest, Jesus. We're only going to be sending 20 people home next week.
Yeah.
Maybe not quite that many, depends on how many actually show up, but generally speaking. I don't think the go home issue will be happening after like race 3 or 4 though. The reason why I say that is race 4 is Sonoma, race 5 is Darlington. I want to say the one after that's either Phoenix or Rockingham. Like, you have a slew right in the middle of tracks that may not be hella popular, so I don't think go or go home will be a problem at those ones.
Yeah. If we go home, I'm probably definitely going to DQ at Sonoma.
Me too, and Darlington.
Darlington's not bad. I was fine with Darlington, but although this fixed setup is the biggest piece of shit I've ever driven in my life. It's fucking unbelievably tight. I just, like, I don't know.
That's the worst setup I've ever driven at Darlington.
Jesus, Andrew's out there. It's over 2.5 second fall off in 30 laps.
So am I. Damn. I've only got 3.5 gallons left.
Yeah, very excited for next season. Like I said, the only track I'm not like hella excited for is like Michigan, and I think that's just because Michigan has a bit more grip than like the other tracks and stuff. So
Yeah, but
it's a bit
if
easier
you get
to
the
drive.
tires worn, it does start to get more out of control.
Yeah, we did the test today though. It seems like the fall off stops at about 3/4 of a second there for some reason. So you hit 0% tread. It's weird.
So when I did that hosted race there,
Yeah.
and you ran about 35 laps, and what would happen is you would cliff like the rear tire, and all of a sudden you just lose all your grip and you'd go real slow.
Uh-huh.
And then it was either you pitted or you blew it out.
So we'll see. We'll see how Michigan goes. That's definitely going to be the easiest race in the schedule. Like Wilkesboro is going to be hard. Talladega is going to be hard. We got a setup for Talladega that does 212 by itself in 90-degree weather, so that's going to be a bitch to hang on to. Sonoma's obviously, like, there's nothing really easy on the schedule per se.
I think the issue for us would probably just be the length of the runs, because I don't think we would run 35 laps with our fuel at Michigan.
No, neither do I.
So you
Not
won't
with
get to that
not
point
with the
on a
kind
tire.
of field we're about to have.
Yeah. Oh, you should have heard these guys in there though when Blackford's thing, and he's like, "Hey guys, it's kind of loose," and they all like, there's like 3 guys who are like, "Oh, this just ain't gonna be any fun. It's too loose," and they quit. I'm like, "Oh my god,
And
these are the
what,
people
Ryan
who wrote it."
Blackford's Darlington session?
Yeah, no, for his he ran one at Charlotte.
Oh,
And
did
it
he
wasn't
make
even
it
that
loose
bad.
too?
Yeah, I mean they're like our stuff, you know.
Well, apparently, but they put on extra because the cars in real life had about 175 pounds of downforce, apparently, and iRacing put it on at 275 or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, it was like if you wanted to run it in like an open race, you would have tightened it up a little
Yeah.
bit, but it was not. It wasn't even that bad to drive, honestly. But they were just all complaining about it, and it's like, yeah, these are the guys who
We don't want.
Yeah, these are the guys who ruin fixed setup racing unofficial.
Yeah. Like something like an 87 car, it should have made an A-class car and just made the setups hard as shit.
I mean, they just shouldn't be tight as hell. Like, I just don't understand. Like, they're like when you get on the gas for corner exit, it shouldn't just push to the wall.
Yeah.
They're way too safe for the people who are on fucking controllers now, or who are
Here's the
on
problem,
poor equipment.
and here is the real issue that we're talking about here. The people like us are are only about 10% of their player base. So when I say people like us, I mean the people above the 3.5, 4K range that can actually drive. We're only 10% of the player base. Everybody else
Oh,
is
we're way
like
less than that,
fucking
dude.
way down and cannot drive to save their life.
Somebody posted only 2%. If you're over 4,000, you're in the top 2%.
And that's exactly my point, right? So they're gonna appeal to the bottom 98% instead of the top 2. And it sucks so much.
You know how I know it's screwed? Because I've fallen to a 2200 and I'm in top split.
That's because people just don't want to race it anymore. This bullshit.
No, I don't. I mean in every car I do, I'm in top split. I'm in top or second.
Are you sure? Because most sessions I see, you have to be at least like 3200 V top split right
Maybe,
now.
maybe it's the times that I do, but most of the
That's
times,
probably was.
yeah. But it's ridiculous.
But like mid-afternoon, you got to be at least 30 something.
Yeah, because I was going to say, I'm at 32, and there's some nights where I'm just second or third split.
Yeah.
Pitting.
Are you talking about NIS, or are you talking about just like A open or A fixed?
I'm talking A fixed. I don't have time to do an A open.
Yeah, I think the only official series I would even consider running at this point is B open. But I've always resisted it because I don't want to run open setup.
And it's not even that exciting, the B car.
No, it's not. I mean, this is a lot more
if
fun.
there gets to be an 87 open series, you know who's making setups over here.
Clear high.
Yeah.
And they'll go fast. At least for Daytona and Talladega, anyway. I still remember the Daytona 500 one year, how we made the setup. We were basically faster than the entire field. We all qualified in every split, both first split, second split, third split. We were all in. First split, top 4 was a few of them. Then Hal and I were in second split, and we qualified top 3. It was hilarious. I think it was last year's Daytona 500. We just had it trimmed so far out.
See, the thing is, like, for open set, I've always been, like, real, like, if you go in there and your setup sucks, it's like the most frustrating experience to me.
And I agree with that.
Like, you have to at least be, you know, mildly competitive.
Uh-huh. I said I'd like for Winstel next season to have slightly longer races, but at the same time I definitely want to wait to see how things are going to go, like with how many people we get. And if we can maintain a bigger field for a long period, then definitely I'll look at doing slightly longer races than what we have been doing, because at that point you do start to interfere with NIS, which is something we usually try to avoid. But definitely if we keep the participation, it'll be something that we look at. Because I know for a fact we're having go or go home next week, and probably the week after, and one after that.
I wonder how many of these guys will get scared off if the set's loose, though.
I mean, Michigan's not that loose. Michigan, if anything, is a slightly grippy track. Makes it kind of easy, to be honest. It's still hard to go fast, but well, the thing is, like, even qualifying to Daytona and Talladega isn't going to be such a crapshoot anymore, because that still takes skill to make it around the track right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, for Dega, we're definitely trimming out the car as best we can to try and get some more separation into the field.
I'm a long run, man. I'm fucking sideways.
I just finished a long run, and I'll see what the tires are.
This is gonna be like Texas. This is gonna be a tire saving race.
Yeah, I was off by 3 seconds at the end. 33-24.
My last lap was a
front,
35.6.
left front 71, left rear 67.
I still got 6 gallons left, and I think I've torched this thing. $78.55.
Yeah, we will be starting on time.
After 17 laps.
Just an FYI. Just an FYI, guys, we are starting on time tonight because the NASCAR Cup race just ended.
I'm actually gonna like that we go to the older point system.
I hope next week's clean and green because I don't want to. If it's not, that's going to boost their start time back a little bit.
Can we do a pit party?
Yeah, I'm up for that.
So who's in here that's probably going to finish top 5 in points?
Graham, Andrew, hopefully me, Jose. I don't know who's after Jose. Tyler's not here, so.
Alright, well, let me know if you would
Oh, that's
like...
good. Dan Lisa's down.
Oh, great.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
how's that
back.
gonna work with the 87?
It's back. Oh, they already updated it. I was shocked.
Oh, nice.
Gabe's sitting just outside the top 5. Allie's just sitting outside the top 5. Dylan's not too far behind, nor is McKissick. But I'd say realistically, only Allie or Gabe can get themselves into the top 5.
Alright, well, if you get in there, just let me know if you want me to send it to you in iRacing credits through PayPal, or if you would like to keep it inside of the league, to where I just keep it and pay it out next week, so we can add to the price pool next week, or next season.
Or what?
Or like, I mean, if you don't want the money, I'll just add it to next season's purse.
But just tell them that in the drivers' meeting tonight.
Yeah, just let them know.
Yeah, you can tell them.
Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, let's roll out.
Still inside. Still there at your door. Still there, door. Still inside.
There, Hayden. I'll try to lock it down.
Still inside your door.
Oh, good.
There. That was a good job. Inside. Still there. Still inside. Still with you inside. And clear. Inside. Still inside. Still inside. Still inside. Still inside, even up. Still inside. Clear if you need it.
Man, oh man.
Where is everybody?
Bit of a smaller turnout tonight, but not surprised the 87 car being out in the hype around that and stuff, and then yeah.
Yeah, but it's the
Season
last.
finale is usually one of those races where people aren't like in contention to move up a whole lot. They just kind of stay away from no matter what the league I find.
Lame.
It's just the way she goes.
Especially in a car change.
Yeah. And one that I'd say 85% are looking forward to, generally speaking. At least based on polling from before. But here's a lot of people's mindset. Last race for this car, don't care. That's just the fact.
And I'm like, last race with the car, I'm gonna run it, and I'll never run it again.
Well, that's pretty much it. But I honestly doubt, I don't know if you agree with me, but I doubt there will be another league that picks up the car. Like, considering the fact that we've been the only one to pick it up since it's disappeared.
Dude, there's just not enough good people. I'm telling
No.
you, like, they can't drive it.
No, I know.
I mean, there are some good people that obviously don't run with us that could drive it, but they don't want to for whatever
Like,
reason.
we are very lucky in this league, and the reason why I say that is we have very good strength of fields every week. Even tonight, it's still probably a 4K strength of field or more.
Or you at least have guys who can like be
And
stable
what I
with
was
the
gonna
car.
say is even the people that may not be at 4K or 3.5 or 6K, whatever, even if they're just above the minimum requirement of 2,000, 2,200, or whatever, but they can still hang on to their car and enjoy having a car that's somewhat hard to drive. Like, they just get out there, have fun, run a few laps around each other, and call it a day. Get out there to have fun. So we're very lucky that even our guys that we have in the league that may not be at 4K or whatever, they can still get out there and control their race car and just have a good time. That's what it's really for. This the league for people that enjoy to have a car that's a little harder to drive than what another league is going to be able to provide you.
Bubba just passed out during a Fox interview.
Who?
Bubba Wallace.
He passed out.
Yeah, he passed out before and they picked him back up, and then Fox tried to interview him after, and he passed out again.
Did he fall down?
He fell down the first time, but somebody was there to catch him, and this one he was sitting on the pit wall, and
Probably
they
dehydrated.
yeah, he's dehydrated, and they kept on asking. They asked him one question, he answered, and then he started asking about the pre-race, and he started going out again. They switched off of him.
That's it. Winstel's very lucky as far as his talent pool because most leagues do not have the talent pool that we can pull in.
No.
That's not to say those leagues are bad or anything, but it's just we're very lucky to have that. Like your average league has like a 2K. That, you know what I mean? And uses default pick setups.
The current A car has ruined talent everywhere.
Oh god, yeah. Like I said, even the 1987 car, they put on an extra 100 pound of downforce than what it originally had, apparently, which was 175. Now it's 250, sorry. So 75 pounds of downforce, so... But still a lot of downforce. 175 compared to 250 is a big percentage change.
So I run that Tuesday league, and their average strength of field's like 1.7.
Really?
Yeah.
Let's
Now-
go in there and spank.
Yeah, but it's an A car, so it's not
Ugh.
what you think, and it's fixed setups. So
Ugh.
And the
Well, not
54
really the
goes
fixed
around.
setups, but I imagine it's the default ones.
it is, yeah.
Sorry,
It's-
Philip.
But
Outside.
the only thing is they actually take fuel out, so they're even tighter than normal.
Oh my god.
Which I like the league because I like all the people in it, but it just
Uh-huh.
the car sucks. Which is why I quit. I actually quit. I was like, you know, I'm not gonna do the intermediate shit anymore. I'll run the short tracks because I like them.
That's it.
I just don't. I don't like.